Alright, we're doing, if everything's plugged in correctly, don't want to have like crunchy audio. We're gonna do some more 9K readings. It's getting very close to the end of the, what's the word, contest. I still feel bad for not liking a few of the SCPs as of recently. It's like, do you get what I mean? Like, I feel bad not liking something someone put effort into. That being said, I do know ahead of time there's another one I'm not gonna like. I don't know when it was, where it is in the postings. If I can remember on the last day or whatever, I'll is this in order? Breakdown of structure, archaic. Yeah, okay, these are up aside, then yes. Um, where was I? I read you, and I didn't understand it. What the fuck? Okay. Um, I know there's another one that's gotten some recent eyes on it that I figure I'm not gonna end up liking. Oh, but you gotta read the attached file. It makes everything make sense, dude. It's not a good sign. Anyway. But I feel bad not liking something because someone clearly put effort into it, right? Or like at the very least they put themselves out there with throwing it up there. And if you get what I'm saying, I don't know. I feel weird to like not. I feel weird not liking things, even though I shouldn't feel weird not liking things. But whatever. I have gotten completely and hopelessly addicted to Oxygen Not Included. Uh, I felt genuine happiness and joy and proud of myself when I made a working cistern or septic tank or whatever, like a working gray water system, and I was like, awesome. Nobody has ever felt as cool as I do right now, and maybe once this 9K contest is over, I'll do some oxygen unincluded stuff on here, and then get hopelessly yelled at by people that I'm doing everything wrong and that everything I'm doing is a mistake and all that. But like, oh, it's just so fun to play that stupid game. Anyway, we're gonna do some more 9K ratings, uh, and I can be a little bit loud because family's out of the house for what now? For right now. Because I don't like recording these so people are awake because I don't like making noise. My nose, damn. There we are. Alright, so first one is by Mr. Toast. Remember the description, you can read along with me, vote as you believe should be applicable to the contest, etc., etc. And to think I saw it on and to think that I saw it on Mulberry Street by Mr. underscore Toasty. Eura-7DL is capable of emitting sarin gas, has been reported to flay and devour children using their skin as clothing. So it's going to be one of those files. The author page. Anderson. Okay. Anderson Robotics is another big group of interest. Take a guess what they do. Yeah, they do robotics. Anomalous ones at that. But you knew that. Interesting. Temporary item number. Ura-70L, as in URA-70L. Official designation pending. Footnote 1. URA, or unregistered anomalies, are temporarily identified by a short alphanumeric code. Is this like an alternate? So, this just sends me to the wiki. Okay, so it's not like linked to anything. That is... Are those O's and not zeros? No, they're mildly more oblong. Okay. Sorry, that threw me for a loop for some reason. Containment class, uncontained. Special containment procedures. MTF Beta 7 or Maz Hatters. Okay. Oh yeah, it emits... What kind of gas? Sarin, that's why. Is currently assigned to locate and capture Ura-7DL. Oh, it's a bit of a long one. Okay. Description: Ura-7DL is a bipedal chimerical entity, origin unknown, estimated to be 2 meters in height. It is composed of bodily features from a ram, tortoise, baboon, crab, scorpion, ox, and bodily features from a ram, tortoise, baboon, crab, scorpion, ox, and snakes. Something about that grammatically. I'm already in, that's why I'm picking at it, but like something about that sentence structure feels weird. Fucking. Ura-7DL is capable of emitting sarin gas and has been reported to flay and devour children using their skin as clothing. Prior to Foundation discovery, it has been sighted 7 kilometers southwest of blank, but its current whereabouts are unknown. Discovery is restricted. Please enter level 3 credentials. Addendum restricted. Please enter level 3 credentials. Site 1295 security feed number 3263827. Researcher Jones is debriefing containment specialist Briscoletti, I guess, on Eura 70L. What the fuck are these names? Are these real people names? I've never met someone named that. I know it's last names, but still. Briscoletti. So am I being assigned to this? Jones. No, it's just something that's being passed around to all containment crew in 1295, just in case. Briscoletti. Hence the restrictions, I see. Who's taking it? Jones. Kemper. Briscoletti. Is that so? Silence. Jones. Is there something wrong? Briscoletti. Don't worry about it, Rolf. Thanks for the heads up. Site 1295 security feed, number 3263828. Briscoletti knocks on containment specialist containment specialist Kemper's office door and enters. Hey, what's up? Kemper. Not much. Just trying to decide what to have for lunch. Briscoletti. Yeah, I heard you were trying to contain the URA. Kemper. Yep, if and when. Briscoletti. Are you okay with that? Kemper. Why wouldn't I be? I've handled plenty of anomalies before. Hell, I've dated uglier men than this thing. Briscoletti. I mean, do you need help? Kemper. Nah, Mason and Luther will be working on it. Why, are you bored? Briscoletti. No, I just owe you one. For last time? Kemper. Oh, that. Tell you what, you can buy my lunch and we'll call it even. Briscoletti chuckles. It's a deal. Briscoletti leaves. Kemper. Hey, wait a second. Briscoletti stops and looks back. Kemper holds up a crossword puzzle. What's a 12-letter word for defiant? Now I have to fucking... 1, 2, 3... 1, 2, 3... Damn it, they made the joke for me. If I wasn't so much of a fucking... Whatever. Briscoletti smirks. And Briscoletti, Kemper. It's 11 letters. Here is containment specialist Hildegard Kemper. Let's see. What? Ugh, my head hurts. I woke up from like a 3-hour nap like a little bit ago. So I'm just roaring to go. Site 1295, security feed number 1176830. Note 1, Briscoletti's first day at site. Wait, is this... Okay, 117... Okay, this is way in the past. This is a weird way of doing things. Like, this is not a usual file format I see. But it's not exactly a format screw either. Anyway. Security feed 1176830. Note 1, Briscoletti's first day at site 1295. Note 2, during orientations, Briscoletti sat next to Kemper. The two had not been previously acquainted. Kemper. Hey there, neighbor. Briscoletti appears confused. It's my first day too. Briscoletti. Small world. Kemper. So, what Ivy League college did pluck you out of? Briscoletti. None. I studied in Toronto for a student exchange program. I'm originally from Naples. Italy? Kemper. Toronto? No kidding. I'm a Winnipeg gal myself, born and raised. This was this fucking Canadian shit. I don't know what the different provinces of your weird country are. Briscoletti. Imagine that. Briscoletti and Kemper are silenced as the orientation begins. During an intermission, Kemper reaches her hand out. Kemper. Hildegard Kemper, German by name, Canadian by birth. Briscoletti. She shakes Kemper's hand. Briscoletti. Oh, that's an odd tattoo. What do these numbers mean? Kemper. Kemper touches her forearm. Oh, it's a family heirloom. My great-grandmother was a Holocaust survivor. Her husband wasn't so lucky. I had this made in his honor. Oh, damn. That's actually kind of sweet in a weird way. Okay, if I click this, what the, oh, whoa, whoa, wait, damn, I was really hoping, uh, Miss Lady, oh, I'm sorry for bringing it up, Kemper, don't be, it's more of an icebreaker anyway. So what sort of crazy history do you have, Miss Lady? Most people just call me Letty. Kemper, Letty? What's your birth name? Miss Lady, Francesca. I don't like it. People called me Fanny Franny when I moved to Toronto to the point where I was bullied. Eventually just people call me Letty and stuck. Kemper. I see. Letty is then. Call me Hilda, okay? Alright, Hilda. Level 4 research required. Level 4 clearance required. Project status 12% completion. Global 59% completion local. And to think that... How's this gonna go then? What is, like... I'm genuinely curious. Site 1295 security feed 1190104. Note. Archived feed taken 6 months into Briscoletti's employment. Briscoletti is seen inviting Kemper into her office. Thanks again for the filter. Just put it over there. Filter? Yeah. Kemper places a small box on Briscoletti's desk. Analysis reveals it to be a filtration system utilizing SRA properties. Kemper, no problem. It's been collecting dust for ages, so I was glad to finally put it to good use. Just gonna need your signature. Briscoletti signs an an equipment transfer request. Kemper notices a poster on the wall and examines it. What is this? Briscoletti, it's just a poster of the Angkor Wat. I don't know if I pronounced that right. Just another place on my bucket list. Kemper, oh yeah, where is it? Briscoletti, in Cambodia. Silence. Kemper stares at the poster and all. Looks amazing. Have I never heard of this place? Briscoletti, guess it's just one of those things. Never heard of Petra before I joined the Foundation. Kemper, oh yeah, who's Petra? Briscoletti, not who, where? Ancient city in Jordan. You can see the temple exterior near the end of Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Fun fact, I've never seen any Indiana Jones movies. Kemper, is that what that place was? That was made up. Briscoletti, nope, it's real. Kemper, and that's on your bucket list too. You have a lot of places you want to visit? Briscoletti, yeah, world's strange, full of wonders, so I hear. I'd like to see a number of them before I get too old. Angkor Wat, Petra, the Nazca Lines, Gobekli Tepe, I think, the Terracotta Army, the Parthenon. Thought the Foundation might help me put my proverbial foot in the door. Ancient cities and monuments are a hotbed for anomalous activity. Kemper, no kidding. Hope you get to see them all. Miss Scully, doubt I'll be able to see and do anything I've ever wanted, but maybe one or two would be nice. Here's something strange. Kemper, what? Miss Scully, last 3 times I actually tried to book a flight to Cambodia. They were all sold out. Kemper, oh, that is strange. How many attempts have you made? Miss Scully, just a few, whenever I think of the time and money for a vacation. Kemper, well, I'm sure if you're patient enough, you get through. Hey, change the subject. You want to grab some lunch with me? I've got a terrible craving for catfish and this amazing Cajun place not that far from here. Biscotti, I'm gonna be a bit busy installing this filter. Kemper, oh, so is that a Biscotti? You know what? Screw it. I'd love to. Always wanted to try jambalaya. What is this image of? Oh, in Cornwall. And this place looks cool, actually. I never felt the wanderlust or desire to travel anywhere. Anyway, level 4 clearance. Protocol A073B will remain in effect until further notice. Okay, this is definitely like a format screw. Oh, look at this. To 1295.staff at SCP-net from lburdick4 underscore 1295 at SCP-net. Subject, you are Euro 70L update. Greetings. This is a notice to all staff on Site 1295 regarding Euro 70L. Beta 7 made contact with the entity recently, but it evaded capture and is presently mobile. 2 operatives are missing, presumed dead. As of the time of this writing, its last confirmed sighting was 15 kilometers northwest of the site. All staff are strongly advised to exercise extreme caution when leaving the facility. Security escorts and filtration masks will be available upon request. Updates will be delivered every 3 hours until the entity is confirmed to have been captured, neutralized, or terminated. In the meantime, stay safe and not take any unnecessary risks. Thank you for your cooperation. Alright, interesting. We still know very little about it aside from being a chimera and wearing children's skin. Site 1295 security feed number 3263829. That's more modern, right? Or in terms of this file. 32. Yeah. Okay, now we're back in current time. Scoletti. Hey, Hilda, you okay? Where are you? Did you check your email? Burdick just sent one out to everyone. Do you need help? I can get a team to come get you if... Hilda, don't be ridiculous. You do the same for me if our situation's reversed. I'm sending a team out anyway. I'll come. Wait, Hilda? Hilda, are you there? Hilda? Damn it. No. Following this conversation, Briscotti put in a request for a 5-member security team to accompany her in retrieving Kemper. The request was granted, but Biscoletti's request to accompany them was denied. 2 hours later, Kemper returned with the security team. Oh, she broke out anyway? Or I guess just left without telling. Site 1295 security feed, number 3268... No, fuck. Number 3263830. Kemper is seen walking down the main hallway with 5 escorts. Briscoletti runs towards her shop, stopping short. Oh, no, I got the names confused. Never mind, she didn't actually, leave out guards. Kemper, I'm okay, really. I came straight as soon as you called. You don't need to send security out for me. Biscotti, I just wanted to be sure. You got what you needed? Kemper, no, I was in the hallway there when you called me. Biscotti, well, I guess we can worry about that later as long as everyone's safe. Kemper, Letty, this isn't the first time we moved up. Biscotti silences Kemper by embracing her. Oh, okay, Mr. Letty. Do I pronounce the C or is it soft? I don't know how Italians' names are pronounced. Uh, quietly, you would have done the same for me. I'm not gonna whisper, I probably won't pick up. Kemper whispers, yep, guilty as charged. Thanks for looking out for me. Kemper returns the embrace, silence passes between them. Okay, that's enough, we're still professionals here. They release each other. Biscotti laughs shakily. Yep, come on. I'm in the middle of something that needs a second pair of hands, and you owe me for this. Kemper, sure, anything you want. Site 1295 security feed, number 3263831. 1700. Biscoletti clocks out for the day. She's given a security escort to her apartment. At 7:20, she arrives at her apartment, and the escort turns to site 1295. At 7 in the morning, Biscoletti returns to site 1295, clocks in for the day. Security observes her to be visibly shaken. Oh, hey. Yep, format screw. Letty had just stepped into her kitchen when she realized she was almost out of food. Once she grabbed a quick snack, she set out to go shopping. Maybe help Hilda along the way. Kemper's newest assignment, unrelated to Euro 70L, called for electromagnets. Niobium titanium, various superconductors, helium gases at the cryogenic temperatures, not unlike a hadron collider. Most of the heavy stuff had already been delivered to Site 1295, but the electromagnets needed to be retrieved in person. The most reliable supplier, Anderson Robotics, oh shit, okay, insisted on only loaning them out, and eventually they didn't trust a faceless delivery driver with their merchandise. And evidently didn't trust a faceless delivery driver with their merchandise. Both Kemper and Brasati had clearance to retrieve them, but one had been prevented from this due to excessive caution, Hilda's words, so the other felt it necessary to pick up the slack. Not wanting to leave such a valuable commodity in her car while she meandered around the market, Letty stocked up on groceries for retrieving the electromagnets. Ever since their official dissolution, Anderson Robotics had spread their facilities to smaller laboratories, factories, and various other locations. Site 1295 kept in contact with one about 7 kilometers away, though Letty had never been there personally. She had to pull the address up from SkipNet, Lab 3672, around the way home from the store. She followed the road for a few minutes, squinting as the darkness gradually overcame the world. The directions she pulled up weren't perfect, accidentally missed a turn, took a slight detour. Why did I say it like that? Muttering curses over how inconvenient and out of the way this was. She drove through a small park that she had never seen before, observing how oddly empty it seemed even at this time of day. Also noted the absence of any other cars, whether on the road or parked anywhere. Soon she realized she was alone. No people walking around, no animals, nothing but a smooth road and immaculate trees and flowers that all looked the same. She was completely isolated. Pushing all this to the back of her mind, Letty had just made a turn to into what she hoped was the right street when she skidded to a halt, staring into the distance as her hand squeezed the steering wheel tightly. Slowly, she stepped out of her car. The road terminated a few meters ahead of her, not into a dead end, but into a massive white space that separated it from. She couldn't say. Letty was petrified, more amazed and intrigued than afraid, gazed solidly at the white void. It was almost cartoonish how abruptly everything terminated. Road, the grass, the trees, even the sky, it seemed, culminating into this blankness. Instinctively, she stretched out her hand to touch it. She jerked back as the blare of a horn brought her from her daze. A large truck had almost careened into her, headlights blinding her as it swerved away. She stood trembling as the driver rolled down his window and shouted. She couldn't see his face clearly in the darkness. Hey, what the hell's wrong with you? What are you standing out in the middle of the What are you standing out in the middle of the road for? I almost ran over you. Eddie blinked as his senses turned to her. Where did the truck come from? She hadn't seen it before, unless it... No, it couldn't be. She took a tremulous breath. Is that a word? I've never heard that word before in my life. Damn. And shook her head. Sorry, I must have gotten distracted. Are you alright? Yeah, I'm okay, the driver replied roughly. What about you? I need to call an ambulance or something? No, I'm alright. Just a bit out of sorts, I guess. I should head home. Yeah, just be careful from now on, alright? He grumbled and rolled his window up, driving off. When he passed out of sight, Lady looked around one more time. Nothing out of the ordinary. Road went on, white space gone. Briefly she appeared in the distance, wondering if she had to cut her losses, get in her car, and drove steam home. Marine layer. Fog. Site 1295 security feed. 3263832. Bristletti and Kemper are conversing in the lounge. Kemper, yeesh, Letty, you look like hell. Facility, yeah, I didn't sleep well last night. Camper, 78. She visits the coffee machine and pours 2 cups. I fucking hate this stuff. Versatility. No, it was just one of those nights where I couldn't get comfortable and insomnia, I suppose. Kimber gives her a cup, thanks. She drinks it. Ugh, nastiest coffee I've ever had in my life, but somehow it hits the spot. Camper, that'll do it. You know, I could probably grab something out of the clinic, help you sleep. Versatility, I'm fine. Held a real up. Damn it, I forgot to pick it up. What is this? Silence. Versatility stiffens. Camper appears confused. You forgot what? Versatility appears nervous. Milk and soap. Coffee reminded me I forgot to pick up milk and I'm out of soap. Hold on, let me crack my neck real quick. Fuck. The second one hurt. Damn. That was good. Where was I? Temper. You're all kinds of discombobulated today, aren't you? Versatility. Yeah, I guess so, but this coffee helps. Drinks and scowls. Ugh. So what's with the new URA? Haven't had time to look at my email today. Kemper. Well, they found those 2 missing MTF. Shakes her head grimly and the 2 understand for a moment. Burdick says it's on the move again, about 10 or so clicks away from us. Think it can go a few more days without milk or soap. Ugh. Versatility. I'll manage. What about the electromagnetic? Kemper appears confused. What about it? Oh, for my assignment. Uh, don't worry, Burdick's got it covered. Mason and I will go pick it up later with Beta 7. Slutty. I'm not taking any chances, I guess. Kemper, not after what happened, that's for sure. Sounds passes to him and drink. Kemper picks up a crossword puzzle. Let's say, Letty. What's his 9-letter synonym for pugnacious? Bristletti smirks. Hildegard. That is 9. What the fuck does pugnacious mean? Hell yeah. Kemper glares. Hey, I take offense to that. Bristletti. I'm just kidding, it's truculent. Kemper. Cool, thanks. She writes the word in. Spell it out for me. Bristletti. Dictionary. Kemper glares at Bristletti again, he laughs. Shut up. Weird ass word. I'll believe truculent. I don't want to look it up again. Or a different word up again. Is this? Okay, 847, 832. Okay, this is later. Site 1295 security feed, number 3263847. I respect the commitment to not having dates, though. Even if this is a bit weird and a bit out of sorts. Bristletti and researcher Jones are conversing prior to an experiment. Bristletti, morning, Rolf. Jones, morning. Here's everything I have. Hands her a folder. Bristletti, thank you. May use an anomaly. Jones, I tell you to check your email, but... Bristletti, another casualty? Jones nods. Child this time, I don't need to go into detail. Bristletti, no. Never gets easy, does it? Jones, nobody ever said it would. Bristletti, yeah. Say, Rolf, odd question. You know the nearest Anderson robotics site to us, right? Number 3672, I believe. Jones, no of it. Never been there myself. Why? Bristletti, heard any rumors about construction going on in the area? Jones, no. Why? Bristletti, I was driving past the road that leads into it, and I saw some flashing lights. Weren't like police lights or anything. Just Jones, why were you driving around there? Bristletti, just picking up groceries. Drive past the road all the time. I mean, the road that leads into it. You know what I mean. Jones, Lady, there's no reason for you to be around in that area. She's like, what? I was just passing my way home from the store. Jones, should take a different room for the time being. Bristletti, was the anomaly site around there? Jones, I don't know, but as long as it's loose, don't take any chances. Bristletti, I know, I just think it's strange you haven't got any updates on it at all, not even from the civvies. Jones, it's predatory. Doesn't want to be found. Just from now on, don't go anywhere without an escort, alright? Even if it's just to pick up groceries. Bristletti, yeah, okay, I got it. I don't suppose you want me to help. I don't suppose you want me to help with. I suppose you don't want to help me. There we are. With setting all this up. Gesture to equipment. Jones. Sorry, Burdick's got me another job. Ask for a Mitsu. She'd know more about this than me anyway. So I got it. Jones leave. Bristoleti appears bewildered, shakes her head, and contacts researcher Kuramitsu. I love the name. To Site 1295 staff. From Burdick. Subject, Euro 70L update. Greetings, this is an update regarding Euro 70L. Beta 7 has limited its movements to within 5 kilometers of Site 1295. 14 civilians were killed in the process, and the 6 have already been dispersed, with the cover story of sarin gas leaks being discovered. I've been informed by Captain McLeod that they expect to... Fucking sneaky snitch. By Captain McLeod that they expect to capture the anomaly within the next 2 weeks. If you hear otherwise, armed escorts are mandatory for all outgoing staff. Any staff member seen outside 1295's perimeter without an escort will face harsh disciplinary action. No exceptions. Living quarters have been arranged on site if you don't feel safe going out. Thank you for your cooperation. Hopefully we can all put this behind us soon. It's 1295 security feed, number 3263850. Bristlet and Kemper conversing inside 1295's Arboretum? During a break. Kemper, I have a date planned too. Bristletti, I'm sure he won't mind putting it off. Just come up with a plausible excuse and apologize. Kemper, yeah, but I was really looking forward to this. Bristletti pats Kemper's shoulder. Hey, if I can go without soap for a few days. Oh, did you ever get those electromagnets? Kemper, hmm? Yeah, Mason and I went to Beta 7 to pick them up. Guess I could just tell my dad I'd be busy at work. Bristletti, and the truth sets you free. Say, you know if he's a... Yeah, fuck. Say, do you know if he has a friend you can set me up with, once this is all over? Kemper. Maybe. More level 4 clearance required. Click. Ever. That's really... I've never seen, like, this sort of thing before. It's really nice. Oh, issue resolved. No disciplinary action will be taken. Site 1295 security feed. Number 3263851. She basically clocks out for the day at 1700, given a security escort to her apartment. At 7:20, she arrives at her apartment, escort returning. She couldn't help herself. She had to go back. See for herself, be sure. Letty waited 15 minutes after her escorts left the street before starting out. First, she stayed close, driving down the roads she's familiar with, whether it were cars, signs of life, people. Then she decided to explore streets she had always seen in her peripheral vision, never had any reason to venture into. Unfamiliar neighborhoods, shopping centers, asphalt rivers intertwining with train tracks, sidewalks, bicycle lanes, roads, streets, paths. Empty. Every single one. As if she had passed through a curtain. On one side humanity, and on the other. She drove around long after sunset, turned her headlights on, and kept going. She passed into the road that would take her to Anderson Robotics Lab 3672, one that had led her to that white emptiness. Eyes darted nervously around her. She was completely... Are you walking? Walking? Nothing but trees planted in perfectly perpendicular rows and indistinct buildings. A world of pure anti-human order. Pure anti-human order. She bit her lip and slowed down. Found the street. Looked around. Nothing suspicious. Everything was normal, quiet, pristine. She didn't know whether to be relieved or concerned. Dashboard. Okay, no, you are in a car. She looked at her dashboard clock. It would be midnight in a few hours. She should probably go home, have dinner, rest. Tomorrow's another busy day. She found the address. Parked her car in an empty lot. Got out. Looked at the building. Of course, it wouldn't say Anderson Robotics. It'd be some nondescript front company with a forgettable generic name. But there was no name. No signs, no street numbers, just a few street lights and a blank building. But there was a door. Letty stared at it motionless, wondering what was behind the door, debating if she should even approach it. Every thought screamed for her to get back in her car, drive home, forget about this place. She walked until she was within arm's reach of the door. It was probably locked. She pulled on the handle to assure herself this was a pointless venture. It opened. Her heart stopped. There were no lights on inside the structure. She put one foot over the threshold, taking one more glance over her shoulder. The act likely saved her life. In the far distance, silhouetted against the emptiness of the night, a large shape moved. Letty froze. Halfway trespassing, her focus fixed. It moved again. Carefully, she withdrew, closing the door. A gurgling roar broke the silence and turned her beating heart into a jackhammer. The shape flailed. Was it approaching her? It hurried, unimpeded, in her direction, snarling and hissing. She was petrified only for a moment before she bolted. It hissed again. No, it was releasing fumes. She caught only the briefest glimpse of it bounding after her, for it was lost in the inky darkness. The very same misshapen melange of life Beta 7 had been pursuing. Their sparse descriptions did its horror no justice. Lady nearly tore her car door open in a panic, almost rammed through the foliage separating the parking lot from the road. Didn't bother to buckle up until she hit her first traffic light. She locked the door when she returned home, collapsed in her bed. Put in sleep a wink. Here's an image of Anderson Robotics Lab 3672. As stated, it's sufficiently featureless and bland. I like it. Looks nice. Level 4 clearance required. Project status 16% global, 71% local. That's how complete it is. Shuttle 95 security feed number 3263852. Bristoleti runs into Kemper and they sign on the reception together. Kemper, morning! Morning, Letty. Geez, you look awful. More insomnia? Bristoleti, yeah, something like that. Kemper, you sure you don't want me to get you something? You know, it's no trouble at all. Bristoleti, I'm fine, Hilda, really. Kemper, if you say so. But just remember the rule of 3. This happens one more time. Bristoleti, then you can pet me with whatever drug you want, Scout's honor. Kemper. I didn't know they had Girl Scouts in Italy. Anyway, I got bad news. With this going into Class C quarantine for a few weeks, and I need a replacement for my project. Bristoleti. Hilda, you know I'd love to help you, but I'm tied up with my own problems. I even pulled Kodomitsu from her project to help out. Kemper, I was actually hoping you'd be able to recommend someone? Bristoleti, I know the same people you do, Hild. Kemper, no dice, huh? Well, I still have 10 days to finish the project. Hopefully something can come up soon. Bristoleti, think the anomaly will caught by then? Kemper shrugs. Burdick's optimistic, but the 7 thinks they have it cornered now. It's only a matter of time. Bristoleti, yeah. Silence. 2 women walk down the hallway together and pause in front of Kemper's office. Kemper, are you sure I can't get you anything, Letty? You look like you can barely stand. Bristoleti smiles thinly. Just knowing you've got my back is enough, she misses Kemper. Don't worry, I'll take it easy today and go to bed early. Kemper, yeah. She awkwardly returns the embrace. Keep me in the loop, okay? Kemper goes in their office. Bristoleti waves to her and heads further down the hallway. 7:09, Bristoleti arrives in her office. She unlocks the door and goes inside. 7:10, Bristoleti puts her lunch in her office mini fridge and logs into her work computer. I don't understand that, mostly because whenever I go out somewhere, I just straight up don't eat until I go home. Why would you bring lunch when you could have food at home and eat it there? Sure, you're spending the entire day at work, but that just makes the meal when you get home even better. Maybe I'm just fucking crazy. She opens the site-wide email sent by Director Burdick and reads it first. Opens up email sent to her by various coworkers. Refer to email correspondences number 8299 and 8310 rather, for further details. 7:27, Bristoleti resumes her regular duties. 1700, she clocks out for the day, giving security escort to her apartment. At 7:20, she arrives. The escort returns to Site 1295. At 7:26, she showers. 17:26 rather. And at 17:37, she attempts to book a flight to Cambodia. All flights remain sold out in accordance with Protocol A073B. She makes attempts with multiple other locations and airlines, identical results. Gives up 30 minutes later, makes dinner. 8:30, Bristoleti finishes her dinner, goes outside her apartment. At 18:31, she gets in her car and drives out into town. To hell with the Foundation's restrictions, she thought. To hell with the anomaly. Lady was getting to the bottom of this even if it killed her. She only wish she could ask Hilda for help, but nope, she had to do it herself. It just felt personal somehow. First destination was the park she passed several days earlier. Its disquieting emptiness and supposed perfection had left an indelible impression in her mind that wouldn't leave her alone until it was addressed. There's a parking lot she could ease into. No other cars were around, as she expected. And as it was getting late, but there was also no trash, no debris, not even a single loose stone or misplaced leaf. Grass looked like it had been manicured by a machine, trees flanking her in flawless lines, each one precisely identical. Lady touched one. Felt hollow, artificial. She didn't dare go very far, just enough to study the phenomenon more closely. She turned around after only a brief excursion. On the way back, she found a flower bed, hosting 20 perfect pink nightshades. What seemed to be a space for more. She spuriously took one and kept it close as she hurried back to her car. Then she drove to Anderson Robotics Lab 3672. Letty briefly debated whether to keep the engine running or not, but decided that silence would serve her better. Cautiously, she approached the door and found it unlocked. She glanced around, relieved to find herself alone. She stepped inside, propping the door open just in case. The interior was dark and deathly silent. What little she saw suggested that she was the only person that ever set foot inside. Her eyes darted to a cubicle, barely visible in the dim haze. It was bare, as were its neighbors, row after row of cubicles, each one pristine and identical. It was as if the rote sterility of the park had bled into this building. But did that imply it had a source? There were signs of civilization, but no signs of life. No people, no disorders, just a copy and pasted world filled with decorations. Lady swallowed. Her throat felt paper dry. She looked around a bit longer before leaving the building. She felt like she was being watched as she jogged back to her car, got in, buckled up, tried to calm her nerves, started, backed out of the parking lot, and drove off. She saw something as she put the building in her rear view window. A light turning on. From a window. Third floor. She kept driving, didn't bother turning her headlights on, just drove far away. Letty stalled at a red light long enough to know she was nearly out of gas. She had already been fairly low when she left home, and all that driving around had done her no favors. Bit her lip nervously, wondering if she could risk going back home without stopping. Childhood dread of being pursued by strangers niggled in the back of her mind. Keep in mind the word I read and not the word I didn't say. Eyes darting quickly to her rearview mirror every so often. She hated the thought of stopping anywhere, even in public with lights and cameras. She felt her throat constricting in terror at the thought of being watched. Her low fuel indicator came on a few seconds after she closed the traffic light. There's a gas station close to her apartment. She'd go there. It seemed better than being stranded somewhere. Soon the needle was fondling the bottom of her gauge. Letty found the station, signaled, used her way in. Two cars there already, so she'd give them space, sold somewhere else. Just pay at the pump, fill up. No casuals. Another woman getting gas at the station. Nothing strange or unusual. Lady didn't notice the man wandering around at first. Why would she? She was just minding her own business, not drawing any attention at all. He was talking to everybody. She didn't know why. Maybe he was begging for matter. What did it matter? Just pump the gas, move on, she thought. Go home, try to sleep, if you're busy. Pardon me, ma'am. His voice was gentle and pleasant, but still made her jump. He apologized and Letty tried to laugh it off. He even tipped the scrap. I don't mean to bother you. I think I lost my wallet when I was here earlier. I was driving around like usual when I noticed I didn't have it with me. I haven't been anywhere else today, and I know I had it when I was here. If you see it anywhere you think you could let me know? Letty attempted to smile and noticed a name tag sitting under the man's shirt. Kent. Sure, she said. What does it look like? Just a beaten-up old black leather wallet. She pursed her lips. It felt like she was being stalled deliberately, like a child held back by pesky relatives in order to delay a surprise. What if this was bait for a trap? I don't think I've seen... Chancing to look around led her to spot something small and dark next to the station's convenience store. She pointed. Was that it over there? Jerry looked across her and over, let her laugh, and bent over to pick it up. There it is. Thought I'd lost you. Oh, yeah, ma'am. It's no problem, she assured him, trying not to sound nervous. He just grinned. Hey, I mean it. Here, let me grab you something to drink from the store. That's okay, I'm just on my way home. Won't take but a second, ma'am, he insisted, still smiling. Please? Folks are need to always repay my debts. She hesitated, wondering if she could just send him home and drive off while he was occupied. Here's some unsweet iced tea, then. You got it, he said with a wink, promising a return. Every instinct in Letty's body screamed for her to make a break for it. Get back home now. You did what you came here to do. Don't stop for anything else. Just go. She was about to get into her car when the man came back, small plastic bottle in hand. There you go. One good deed deserves another. Thanks, she said as she took it. Heartbeat passed before she added, Kent. The man's face warmed, tipped his hat again. It was my pleasure, ma'am. Drive safe now. Thanks, you too. She locked her door when she returned home, dumped the tea in the sink, put the flower in her dresser, and fell into a leaden sleep the instant she lay down. Level 4 clearance required. Project status 16% completion global, 73% completion local. They go in like parcel by parcel? Site 1295 security feed 3263853. Bristoleti and Kemper researching in the latter's office. Kemper. Here. Filtration sucks out the sarin gas, separates all the molecules, gives us oxygen, converts leftovers into energy. Easy. Bristoleti. All B. Wonders technology. Kemper. Nah, this is nothing. Hegu has been developing something that converts waste products into fuel. Trash, bodily fluids, nuclear toxins, even greenhouse gases. Spare time, of course. Bristoleti. Yeesh. The people only flex at the gym. Kemper. I know. Oh, did you hear the rumor? Bristoleti. Mean about our gym? Kemper. No, there's talk someone here at 1295 was seen outside without an escort. Bristoleti smiles. What happened to be you ignoring orders just so you can go on a date, was it? Kemper. Letty, I'm serious. Someone could get demoted or fired, even killed for... She notices Bristoleti's flower, which is pinned to her breast pocket. Oh, where'd you get that? Bristoleti withdraws slightly. I found it. Kemper. Found it where? Guard it? Kemper reaches for the flower, becomes dislodged and falls, breaking into pieces on the ground, causing Bristoleti to exclaim. Its colors fizzle out. Its colors fizzle out? Damn, almost flower. Kemper. You hypocrite! You went up by yourself, didn't you? Oh, I know you gave me flack for doing it, but this is irresponsible. What the hell were you thinking? You know how dangerous it is out there? It is out there, it's just not ready yet. Bristoleti stares at Kemper in surprise. What do you mean? Kemper, it's nothing, forget it. I'm sorry I blew up at you. Bristoleti, no, Hilda, what did you mean it's not ready yet? Kemper. Why did you go there? You were told not to go there. Rolf and Burdick told you to stay from there. We did everything we could to keep you away from it. It wasn't ready yet, and now you've ruined it. Lady Hilda, what the hell are you talking about? What's going on here? Kemper, just forget it, please, Letty. Forget everything I said. Lady Hildegard, please. Kemper, alright, you better sit down. Lady sits down, looking pale and shaky. Kemper, we're building as fast as we can, Letty, but there's a lot of world left and we can only go so fast. Lady, what do you mean by that? What are you building why are you building the... Lady's mouth hangs open, her eyes grow wide. The world ended, didn't it? Kemper, I think so, I'm pretty sure. Lady, you think so? You mean you don't... Wait, were you and I put on some kind of gymnastics? Kemper, let's just listen, Letty. I don't know what happened before we arrived. Letty appears to speak, but stops herself. All I know is that most of this world wasn't there. We managed to find enough information to recreate it, and we found you. You were the only human left alive, and we... Letty jumps out of her chair. Bullshit! Quit joking around with me, Hilda. Kemper, it's not a joke. Letty, I know you're upset, but please, just listen. Letty, why should I? Are you saying I'm the only human being left alive in the entire planet? Kemper nods. Letty falls back in her chair, groaning quietly. What the hell are you? Kemper, I'm your friend, Letty. I'm your best friend. Isn't that good enough? I love you, Francesca. We all do. Every one of us. We adored you the moment we found you, and we adored your world, or at least the parts we learned about. But you were very sad, so we decided to recreate everything for you. Letty. Who's we? Kemper. Everyone. Letty. Insight 1295? Kemper. It... In the world. Everyone but you. Letty. How long has it been like this? Kemper. From the time we arrived, your planet had made 10 revolutions around its star. Once we rebuilt enough, we erased your memory a little, and here you are. Letty. But I remember living in Naples and transferring to Canada and being recruited for the SCP Foundation. You and I met at orientation. Was all that a lie? Kemper. I don't know how many memories you removed, Letty, and they didn't tell me that. Letty. Were you planted there to befriend me at orientation? Kemper. No, I was what you might call an extra. Just another face to fill the crowd, make you at ease, watch over you. Just a coincidence you sat next to me. Letty. Then that story about your great-grandmother being a Holocaust survivor. Kemper shakes her head. That's the backstory they gave me to use in case you talked to me. I never thought you would. I never thought we'd be close, and you have no idea how grateful I am for... Letty slowly approaches Kemper and moves to touch her, but withdraws. Kemper sniffles. Letty silently walks past her and opens the office door. Letty, wait! Letty, do you really expect me to just sit here after everything you've said? She leaves her office. Burdick is walking down the hall to her office. He intercepts her. Burdick. Ah, Bristolette, I was looking for you. Could we have a word in my office? Kemper appears, hopping her eyes at the tissue. Kemper, are you alright? She already knows, Larry. Silence. Burdick looks between them. I see. Letty. So you're in on this too, Burdick. Burdick, perhaps you should let me speak with her, Hilda. Letty! Letty brushes past him and heads down to the hall towards the stairs. Burdick, where do you think you're... Letty, why does it matter? She goes at them. Why should I even trust you anymore? Either of you! She continues to the hall. Kemper wipes her eyes. Okay, I get it now. This is good. I like this. 0902. Letty races down the hall. She runs through a door marked restricted level 4 clearance only. Hey! And briefly stops in front of a containment cell labeled Danger, Cognito Hazardous Euclid Class Object. She looks inside, sees nothing, and runs off. Well, that's more threatening if you ask me, but now that I know it's all fake, I'd also be like, shit. Anyway, 903. Letty stops in the containment cell labeled Keter. Inside is a table with a placard reading Reserved on it. Letty growls and runs off. 904. Letty briefly examines the containment cell labeled Thom. See enclosed. She touches the sign, sanding her finger with ink, runs towards the stairs. 912, Letty takes the stairs down the first floor. 913, she arrives at the first floor and down the hallway to the main entrance. 915, she arrives at the main entrance. As per Director Burdick's request, security officers make no attempt to stop her. Field Agent Reed is contacted. At 918, she gets into her car, drives out of 1295's garage. 926, she emerges onto the road that leads to her apartment. Field Agent Reed is notified. 938, she attempts to leave the city. She encounters Unit 82 under construction. Note, Unit 82 had nearly completed the bridge module, but the Overseer Council deemed it unsafe for travel. Thus, area remained restricted. Lady resumes driving. Field Agent Reed is notified. 9:59. Lady turns on the road that takes you to Anderson Robotics Laboratory, number 3672. Oh, shit! That's why it looks so bland. No fight. Ugh! Field Agent Reed is notified. 10:05. Lady comes into contact with Euro 70L. It stood before her in the road, flailing about, groaning in guttural proclamations. Soft rain, accompanied by quiet thunder, and provided an ominous backdrop as Lady stared at the creature. Did not advance or retreat. Carefully stepped out of her car, engine still running, and approached it. Closer, closer. Suddenly it hissed and emitted a fume. Letty jerked back and shrieked, but held her ground as the cloud dissipated. The creature kept gesturing and moaning as if nothing had happened. Carefully she crept towards it. The creature remained fixed. Fumes came out again, and Letty didn't flinch. Mere steam, harmless. She reached out. The creature didn't so much as register her presence, and it seemed to look at her as almost as if... She pushed it firmly, and it fell over, still gesticulating and gargling. Another burst of steam issued forth. Letty lifted its tattered covering and noticed a vent. There was also a switch which she flicked. The creature stopped moving and was silent. Letty lifted up more of its rags and, to no surprise at all, saw the words Anderson Robotics printed on its surface underneath the company logo. She stood there motionless in the rain. Eventually she heard a car door opening, footsteps, and someone speaking. Reed here. Found her. Larry. Found her, Larry. Right where you said she'd be. I found her, Father. She's right where you said she'd be. The FNAF social location. You know what I'm talking about? Anyway, yeah, your 70L's here, too. Neutralized it. You must retrieve it. Lady turned around, soaked and trembling, standing before her was the same man she'd seen at the gas station. Same truck driver she met earlier. Eyes met, and he gave her a sympathetic expression. I'm sorry, Letty. She swallowed and took a deep breath. Site 1295 security feed 32633854. At 1100, Letty sailed return to Site 1295. Burdick informs 05. 11:15, Burdick meets with Letty in her office, briefly converse. Bristol Letty, what about all the casualties? The MTF, children, 14 people. Burdick, there were no casualties, never have been. They're the means of restricting you. Bristol Letty, along with the anomalies. Burdick, yes, they were all deceptions. I don't expect you to forgive us for lying to you, but... Bristol Letty, was this the first time I've done that? Seen through your veil of secrecy? Burdick, no, you've done it at least one other time before you and Hilda met. Don't know any of the details, though. Mr. Letty, I can only assume you amnestized me when I did. Burdick, yeah, your own behest. Mr. Letty, what do you do now? Burdick, that's entirely up to you. Amnestics are available if you wish to use them. It's your choice, though. Always has been, always will be. Mr. Letty, can I think it over? Burdick, of course. Say 20 minutes? Mr. Letty, fine. Burdick gets up and heads towards the door and glances back. Letty, whatever you think of us, Hildegard is right. We liked you the moment we found you. We pitied you deeply. We felt what you would call sympathy. We did our best to secure and protect you. While we may not be perfect, we still... Anyway, we're all glad you're safe, especially Hilda. He leaves the room. 11:20, Letty retrieves a sheet of paper from her desk and begins to write on it. So, after 5 minutes. Item number, SCP-9000, latest in a long line of deceptions. Scan the class as safe as can be. Bill contained procedures. Anomalies contained in Site 1295, 5 days a week, from 7 o'clock to 1700. Its department is approximately its department for approximately 11 hours every day. In the remaining time, it goes shopping, tends to personal affairs, and entertains itself at various locations in a 10-kilometer radius, where it's constantly monitored. It is currently impossible for SCP-9000 to travel anywhere else, though efforts to remedy this are ongoing. Description: SCP-9000 is the only remaining member of the Homo sapiens species, or Homo sapiens sapiens actually, species on Earth. Female, domain Eukarya, kingdom Animalia, phylum Chordata, class Mammalia, order Primate, family Hominidae. Has no other anomalous traits. 1.67 meters tall, weighs 66 kilograms, presumably born in Naples, Italy on the 14th of August, 27 years prior to composition of this document. Its name is Francesca Brisoletti. 8 alone survived the end of the world, and 10 years prior to composition of this document, came into contact with extraterrestrial or extra-dimensional entities. In order to safeguard, confine, and placate the anomaly until they could reconstruct the world, these entities became the SCP Foundation, utilizing false anomalies to accomplish the goal. See security footage number 3263853 for details. Is she writing this? Yeah. Addendum. Nothing is real except me. I'm an animal in a zoo, or an artifact in a museum, or a pet, something that's been cared for and preserved. I'm Robert Neville. Footnote 2. Protagonist in the novel I Am Legend. A curiosity, an abnormality, a unicorn in the glass menagerie to be kept in this corner of the lost world until my keepers can finish rebuilding it. I have no idea how long that will take, or what that means for me in my future, or how this all came about. All I know is I glimpsed past the veil, saw the word for what it was, and I can either forget it all happened and go back to blissful ignorance, or let the knowledge devour me until it drives me mad. I genuinely can't decide which fate is worse. Guess I'm never gonna see Angkor Wat? Angkor Wat? I really, truly, genuinely believe that Hildegard Kemper was my best friend. I don't know what she is anymore. If I choose to remember, I know I can never look at her the same way again. Can never fully trust her, but if I choose to forget, I'll never see her again, or will they just give me another friend? If I take the amnestics, I'll probably destroy this document and keep the original URF file. Usually keep up the facade of false monsters to make sure I don't go anywhere I'm not supposed to until they're ready. But if I refuse, what then? Not dissolve the entire SCP Foundation? How would they treat me knowing I ruined everything? Will I even want to go anywhere knowing it's just a facsimile? Weighs quite heavily on the mind. No, the entire world is a containment cell for me. All for me. All for me. All for me. For me. Who would have thought that a world without anomalies would be terrifying as one with them? They're at my door now. It's time. Whether I choose to forget all this happened and remember it, one thing is certain. It's my reality now, and I must live with it forever. Here's an image of SCP-9000. 11:39, Lady finishes writing. At 11:04, before she answers the door, Lady looks into her office mirror. After a few seconds, she presses her fingers against the glass, realizes the mirror is two-way, spits on the mirror, and answers the door. We gotta make sure that... Okay. I swung around the corner and dashed to the gate. Ran up the steps and simply felt great, for I had a story no one could beat, and to think that I saw it on Mulberry Street. But Dad said calmly, just drop your stool and tell me the sights on the way home from school. There was so much to tell, I just couldn't begin. Dad looked at me sharply and pulled at his chin, and frowned at me sternly from there in the seat. Was there nothing to look at, no people to greet? Did nothing excite you to make your heart beat? Nothing, I said, growing red as a beet, but plain horse and wagon on Mulberry Street. I really expected like a link that'll send you back to the start of the file or something. That would have been really cool. But this one was fucking really good. I really like that one. Let's see why it's this one was damn good. What do y'all think? Y'all liked it? I liked it. I liked it a lot. About an hour for one file. Man, damn, I'm rusty. I'm out of practice. Let's see if we can do two, or if I'm gonna hate myself if I even try. Daydream by Jessica. Junior researcher Vo struggles with an enlisting anomaly, hostile bureaucracy, and her own conscience in this decade-spanning psychological thriller. Oh, you sound long. It's because you are. Okay, no links. Um, you sound long. I'm not gonna do another one today. Just the one, then. I don't know if that, little poetry song thing at the end is, like, something that exists before the file, but either way, I liked it a lot. Thank you kindly for writing it. What's your name again? Mr. Toasty? That was a damn good one. I really liked it. Did you tag it as format screw? Because that feels like a format screw to me. I don't know if that has to meet certain criteria to actually be considered one, but that feels like a format screw. Oh, fuck, I'm hungry. Oh, I haven't eaten all day. Damn, I just now realized. I'm gonna see y'all later. I need to go get something to eat. I'll maybe do another one tonight. We'll see what time I end up getting about to it. Thank you kindly for watching. Catch you next time.